Hey, what's going on everyone? It's your boy Redstone9X here, and welcome back to another mod showcase video. Now today's video, I'm going to be showcasing you guys a mod that adds in a bunch of different items that you can equip on you that can either give you certain potion effects forever, or can give you some very interesting and handy abilities to help you in your Minecraft world. And no, I do not mean armor. This is something else. Now, before I go into more detail on what those items are in this mod, you know the drill. Make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that, guys, let's begin today's video. Okay, guys, so I've set up the lab to test out some of these items that we're about to see here. So you got a bunch of different kinds of items here in different kinds of chests, and I'll explain why I separate them to go along. And as always, I will leave a link in the description down below so you guys can try this mod out for yourself later on. Now, let us begin. So the mod we're checking out today is the Rings of Ascension mod. So we've got some different kinds of rings here. They're in different tiers. So we got common tier, rare tier, epic tier, legendary tier, and mythic tier. And these rings cannot be crafted. They can only be found in certain locations, which I have a book with all the locations of all the rings, and you're probably wondering, how do I know this? Well, this was also like on their website of all the locations, which is also in the link in the description, which I just mentioned earlier, which I'll go over after I showcase each ring. So let's do this. So let me go into survival first of all, and we're gonna grab the common tier rings first, and then work our way up the tiers. So we got a ring of fire resistance, slow falling, water breathing, jump boost, knockback resistant, experience, night vision, water, and water walking. And how you equip this is you need to click this little button that's like on the upper left hand corner of your character right here, and you get these two slots, which you can have 2 rings at a time. So you can either put the ring in like this, or you can just right click as if you were putting on armor. Like so. So it's equipped, and I get fire resistance too, which you can pretty much walk through fire and lava as you please. Pretty nice. Okay, now for the ring of slow falling. So you can equip that, and you get infinite slow falling, which I can teleport up here. Oops. Forgot some, so let me do that. Okay, now when I jump down, easily gently fall to the ground with no fall damage, just like that. And you can just press this again to get the rings out, and then the effects will be gone. Now let's move on to the water breathing ring. So this is pretty self-explanatory, but this allows you to breathe underwater just fine, like so. And here we have the jump boost ring right here, which gives you jump boost 1, which can allow you to jump onto decent platforms and such. Oops, triggered that. We'll get into what those are a little later. For now, let me just get the next ring. Okay, so now we're on to the knockback resistant ring. So this is why I have the normally when you get hit by an iron golem, you will be flung in the air, but not this time. So when I hit this guy and he hits me, obviously he killed me in 1 shot, but he didn't fling me up in the air. So let's try that again. See? I took some major damage, but I didn't get flung up in the air like I would normally do, because I have this ring. Okay, now for the experience ring. So for this one, it's actually quite interesting. So let me give myself some experience bottles. So let's say, hold on, let me take this out real quick. Let's say you have, you got some experience from killing mobs, but they're kind of out of your reach, like this. So when you put this on, it will actually pull those XP orbs towards you. Like, look at this. I'm standing several blocks away, and all that XP is just coming towards me. Just like that. Which can be very handy. And now we're on to the night vision ring, which is also self-explanatory, gives you night vision. And now for the ring of water walking. This one allows you to, well, walk on water, just like so. which could be pretty handy if you need to traverse the seas, but you don't have like any sorts of needs of breathing underwater and stuff like that. Okay, so now that we've seen that, let me tell you the locations of these rings here. So for the fire ring, you can find them in a nether bridge, ruined portals, bastion treasure, ring of slow falling, simple dungeon, buried treasure, end city, ring of water breathing, spawn, bonus chest, underwater ruins, buried treasure, ring of jump boost, end city, igloo, desert, knockback resistance ring, end city, nether bridge, bastion, experience ring, spawn chest, simple dungeon, buried treasure, ruined portal, spawn chest, simple dungeon, and abandoned mineshaft for the night vision ring, and for the water walking ring, underwater ruins, and buried treasure. Just like so. So let me put these back. And just keep in mind, guys, because as we go up the tiers, like, the more OP the tiers are, the less likely chance you might find it, because they might be very rare inside. So keep that in mind when you're trying to find them. So now let's move on to the rarity rings right here. So we got Ring of Invisibility, Speed, Dolphin, Sponge, Wither, Slowness Resistance. Oh, and that's it. Okay, so now the Ring of Invisibility, you can go invisible infinitely. For the Speed Ring, some instant speed, like so. Which is very good for mobility combined with the Jump Boost Ring and that sort of thing. And now we got the Dolphin Ring. This just gives you like the Dolphin's Grace to help you swim faster, which I'm gonna get back the Water Breathing Ring because really you probably would need this ring if you're going to be swimming fast in the water, let's be honest here. So as you can see, I mean, not exactly like lightning fast, but it should be pretty good for swimming underwater fast considering. I mean, this is swimming without it, so yeah, you kind of swim very slow without the Dolphin Ring, if I'm being honest here. So let me get this out, put the Water Breathing Ring back. And now we move on to the Sponge Ring. This one actually removes nearby water blocks. Pretty much like this. So you're pretty much like a walking sponge. Like, I can pretty much drain this entire pool right here of water just by walking in front or mostly walking behind it. And look at that. All that water drained, and just by walking in front of it, without a bucket. Okay, now we've got the Ring of Wither. This pretty much gives you immunity to all wither effects, so hold on, let me heal myself up again. So let's say you take some damage from withering, like this, but when you put on the ring, it pretty much goes away. And this is a very useful one if you're going to be going up against a Wither, for sure. Because the Wither effect can be quite nasty. Okay, now we've got the Slowness Resistance Ring. This is also self-explanatory. So let's say I got Slowness. Can't run as fast. But with this, it gets rid of that Slowness effect. So I can move at normal speed again. Just like so. Okay, effect clear. So now let me tell you the locations of the rarity rings. So invisibility ring, abandoned mineshaft and buried treasure, speed ring, bonus chest, simple dungeon, buried treasure, dolphin ring, underwater ruins, buried treasure, sponge ring, underwater ruins, wither ring, bastion, slowness resistance ring, end city shipwreck or bastion, ring of so that's all the rings for the rarity one. Sorry, I was getting a little ahead of myself. So let's put these back, and now we're gonna move on to the epic rarity. So we're getting more OP with these rings as we go along. So now we got the ring of strength, mining, magnetism, poison resistance, and growth. So the ring of strength is self-explanatory also. It gives you an added strength boost in combat. Just like that. There's your strength. And with a sword, it's more powerful. And we got the Ring of Mining, which gives you haste 2. Which can be very handy for mining pretty fast. Some of these ores right here. Especially if you got the right pickaxe for the job. And there we go. So we can put this back. And take these rings out. And now we've got the Ring of Magnetism. This is an interesting one. So let me toss out a few items on the ground just to demonstrate this. So let's say there are items that are out of your reach and such. So with the Ring of Magnetism, just by standing a few blocks away, you can pick up the items again. So the items will be dragged towards you. So you're pretty much a walking item magnet, which can be pretty handy as well. Okay, now we got the Poison Resistance Ring, and this one is also self-explanatory. You're immune to poison effects. So I'm poisoned, and with the ring, not anymore. Easy as that. So let me do time set day because it's crucial for this next ring right here. So we got the Ring of Growth. So for this one, it says that it grows nearby crops faster. So which can be very handy for farming. So let me just plant some crops real quick. So we got some carrots, potatoes, and some normal seeds right here. Put this back. And now we just put on the Ring of Growth. And then you will slowly start to see the crops, as you can see in front of me, that they're starting to grow quite fast. So pretty much it's like you don't even need bone meal. You just literally need to stand here and just patiently wait for all your crops to fully grow. And just like that, all the crops have fully grown. And it only took like a few seconds, maybe a few minutes, which is pretty good, you might say. So let me take this out and I can harvest all these crops. Just like that. Okay, so now we can put these rings back, and let me quickly go over the locations of them first. So we're at Ring of Strength. So this can be found at a stronghold, pillager outpost, or bastion. Ring of Mining, simple dungeon, abandoned mineshaft. Ring of Magnetism, bonus chest, simple dungeon, buried treasure, or ruined portal. Ring of Poison Resistance, jungle temple, end city shipwreck, bastion. And Ring of Growth, jungle temple. And those are all your epic rarity ones. So now we're moving on to the legendary tier rings right here. So we got Ring of Regeneration, Ring of Luck, Ring of Hungerless, and Ring of Max Health. So for the Ring of Regeneration, you can pretty much guess that it gives you infinite regeneration, which is good for healing in battle and that sort of thing. And for the Ring of Luck, gives you infinite luck, which again, that potion effect mostly relies on you like getting better loot in general, which can actually prove handy because maybe you might be able to have some luck getting some rings from those chests, because you do have to find the rings in chests after all. Okay, so let me take these out. Now we got the Ring of Hungerless. This is a very good one, and it's good because I lost some hunger already. So this one pretty much keeps your hunger always at full, even if you don't have any food on you. So when I do this, my hunger bar is all the way at max, and I didn't even have to eat any food, and it will stay like that for as long as you have this ring in. Okay, so now for the Ring of Max Health, this is also self-explanatory. Gives you double health instantly. And with the Ring of Regeneration, it will be easy for you to gain all that health back, or at least regenerate your extra bit of health that you've gotten, if that makes sense. So now let's take these rings out and put these back, and we'll move on to the next ring. But before I do that, locations. So Ring of Regeneration can be found in the Strongholds, Ring of Luck, Simple Dungeon or Jungle Temple, Ring of Hungerless, Village Butcher Chest in the Village, End City or Woodland Mansion, and Ring of Max Health can be found either in End City, Stronghold, or Bastion, just like so. And now we move on to the final tier, which is the Mythic tier. So we got two very overpowered rings. Ring of Flight, which gives you creative mode flight, and Ring of Undying, which pretty much acts as a totem of Undying. So for the Ring of Flight, watch me take to the skies, just like so. And again, you can fly as if you were in creative mode, but you're actually in survival. And then when you take the ring out, you stop flying. And again, for the Ring of Undying, it pretty much acts like a totem. So when I jump off...
Nope.
Oh, I somehow survived that. Okay, let's try that again. And there's the totem effect. And there's also something you should know about the Totem of Undying. It has a cooldown period of 60 seconds. Which I did some calculation, it means it will take like about 10 minutes for it to fully recharge before you can use it again. So make sure you keep that in mind before you try using the totem again. Sorry, the Ring of Undying again, because it will take a while to recharge. But at least you have the effect of keeping yourself from dying infinitely. Well, sort of. And that sort of thing. And before I end off this video, let me go over the locations of these two rings. So we have to go all the way to the end. So for the Mythic tier rings, the Ring of Flight can be found in the End City, and the Ring of Undying, the Woodland Mansion. And yeah, that is pretty much Rings of Ascension mod in Minecraft 1.16.5. And that, my friends, is gonna wrap up for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed this video and want to see more videos like this, make sure you guys hit that like button and subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss another video. Apart from that, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next week in the next one. Goodbye!